Hello, my name is Theodore John, Mr. John. Today we'll be learning about Gary Soto's Baseball in April. It's a classic short story that's read in this country, especially in the Mexican American heritage, or like the places that has a lot of Mexican American population. So. In terms of the Arizona standard I'll cover is that in terms of reading, I'll cite the textual evidence that strongly supports the analysis of what the text says explicitly, as well as the inferences drawn from the text. And then for this class, we'll determine the theme or central idea of a text and analyze its development over the course of the text, including its relationship to the characters, setting and plot, provide an objective summary of the text. In terms of writing, students will be writing narratives to develop real or imagined experiences or events using effective technique, relevant descriptive details, and well-structured event sequences. So students, let's talk about student objectives-wise. I forgot about this. Students will be able to use graphic organizers to write personal narratives. Students will be able to write topic sentences that states their opinion. Students will be able to use contextual evidence to figure out the definition of the vocabulary. Students will be able to learn how to figure out main idea story, and then I include some social studies aspect, and then equity aspect of it, and the diversity aspect in this lesson. Students will be able to develop a deeper appreciation for Mexican culture and their passion for baseball, and then students will be able to realize that they need to embrace people no matter what their background and culture are. So students, what do you think is America's pastime? Raise your hand if you want to speak. Yes?
Football.
Yeah?
We like
Basketball.
to watch football.
Why do you like football? What makes it America's pastime?
We do it all the time. We watch it every Sunday, every Monday, all the days of the week.
That was the case with last year with the COVID, because
Yeah.
there was the first time in
True.
NFL history every day NFL had a game. How about you?
I said basketball.
Why?
I don't know. I just think people like watching it.
More than baseball, or more than football.
Yeah.
I still think because baseball, this is from Korean baseball actually. This is the Korean baseball league. I still think it's baseball because no matter what language or no matter where you're from, baseball's still being played, especially in America, even during the World War I, World War II, or like even the Cold War. Baseball always has been played. Even last year's COVID year, MLB still had 60 games, so baseball has always been played. And then and I'll give you a rundown of a Major League Baseball season. Like I think that you'll be excited to know this. In Arizona, which month do you look forward to the most?
February.
November.
Why?
February?
Yeah.
It's nice and cold. Spring is about to come.
I love November because it's almost Thanksgiving. I know it's Thanksgiving. Yellow leaves, orange leaves.
Well,
Not
I love your answer the most. February, but for a different reason actually.
I know the reason.
February 14th actually. That's around the time that major leaguers like pitchers and catchers report to Arizona actually. And then February 14th is the time that usually it is the start of the baseball season. People feel it, and I'll explain to you later more about how the spring training is like, and then why Arizonans probably look forward to it. Major League Baseball season is consistent of 162 games, and then it's comprised of American National League, Interleague game. You have an interleague game every day because of the fact that there are 15 teams in both leagues, and then you have odd numbers of and then 3 division winners plus 2 best second place teams going to the MLB postseason, and then after 1 game wild card round, it ends, and then you go into divisional round, like you have a league championship series, like after the best of 5 series, the division series is over, and the World Series is the time that you decide who's the best team in the league. It usually ends around November. I hope it is the case because lockout's coming in tomorrow, unfortunately. And then this is the reason why I love February. Spring training is always held in Arizona and Florida. And
It
then this is the day that pitchers and catchers report on February 14th, probably around Valentine's Day. I don't know what day it is this year because of the lockout as I mentioned. Usually around February, like spring training, end of February is about the time the spring training games will commence. And then many fans from different parts of the US or even the world come to Arizona. Actually, that's the reason I look forward to this month. I didn't know that it's the first time I lived in Arizona, and then I didn't know that a lot of the people here look forward to that month. And then around like February, March, people tend to come here or Florida for vacation to watch baseball games. And I want to go here actually when I have some time. It's Sloan Park in Mesa. I want to go there and then enjoy myself. It's my first time in Arizona, so join me in if you're interested in students. So now we are done with the pre-read, and then we have vocabularies before I go to the book, and cover the book. Grounders, you have some words that are shortened. So like, don't be afraid of all the like shortened words or like some of the slangs or jargons, baseball jargons. Grounders is like a short word for ground balls. Bouncers is like short word for bounced balls. And then grunt means like to make a deep and short sound like a hog or like or razorback, if I have to say that way. I don't know what word we use here, but tremble is like shake involuntarily due to nervousness. So now that we have ended all the pre-reading activity, let's play a Kahoot game.
Woohoo!
Fun.
And then this is a way for you to realize how much you love the baseball game. It's about dealing with the history of the baseball game. And then I'll give you about like 5 minutes to complete this game. And then we'll go over a couple of the answers.
Good.
So since we completed Kahoot game, because we don't have all the time in the world, but I want to show you some of the most exciting moments in baseball history, like that I put in the Kahoot game. Actually, this is surprising, but Blue Jays are the last team to repeat the World Series title, not named Yankees.
Joe has.
This is from 1993. So
2 balls and 2 strikes on it. Here's the pitch on the way, a swing and a belt, left field, way back, Blue Jays win! The Blue Jays are World Series champions as Joe Carter hits a 3. Joe has had his.
So next one is like, you guys, everybody in this state loved that day. When the last time the state of Arizona celebrated. Yes.
The chance of a lifetime for Luis Gonzalez. 2-2 final. Game 7 of the World Series. Bases loaded. Center field. The chance of a lifetime for Luis Gonzalez.
So now that we have done all the activities that are necessary for this book, let's try to read the book for the time being. I hope you guys read it well, and then you guys understood all the details. let's go over. Let's go over some of let's go over some of the reading comprehension questions and then main ideas. So do Michael and James make the Little League team together? As you can see on the page 17, they do not get to play in the Little League team together, unfortunately. And how does Jesse feel about Michael's athletic abilities? Jesse is really all by Michael's athletic abilities, and then you can see the context in page 16. What is the team that of the ragtag team that Jesse decides to join in, or I put it as they decide to join in, and then the answer is that the team's name is Hobos, and then what is the team that they play against when they form a team, how they were composed. I will accept one of the either answers. If you had it as West Fresno kids or Red Caps, I'll accept them. And then, but you had to put comprised of Latin American kids and then African American kids from near neighborhood. If you put one of the answers, I'll give you half of credit for it. If you put both of the answers, I'll give you full credit for it. I'm on page 18. You were required to answer what is the word ku mean. Ku means making a soft sound, soft cry, and then that's something that you could realize when you're reading about Manuel, how he handles kids. So I think that this was probably easy to find in the context. Main idea of a baseball starting in April. I think there are a lot of main ideas. I think that two of the things that you are realizing is you have to enjoy the game, even if you don't win. Enjoy playing the game, and then embrace everyone despite the differences in culture and background. And then it's still hard to get into the Little League team, even though you try your best, as you saw. And then you could also see that baseball is the most expensive sport to play in because of all the equipment that you have to buy every time. So now let's go do some writing activities. Think about 3 ways that clubs and activities helped you to overcome the biggest setback. And then let's go on to graphic organizer. Does anyone want to open a sentence? Okay. I'll start out by saying people should join clubs and activities to overcome the biggest setbacks of their lives. Why do you think that you want to join in, or do you have any specific reasons that you want to join in? Anyone wants to participate? Okay. I'll add that you make friends, and then you make lifelong friends who will help you out through the difficult times. And then some of my friends were from clubs and activities that I still hang out with every day. So that's something that I can tell you if you join clubs and activities. Another reason, what do you want to think? How do you want to come up with another reason? Okay. One reason that you can I have is you develop passion for the activity, and then for my case it was baseball, and then even though I never really did well on it as a second baseman, made a lot of errors, but I developed passion for that sport. And the same for a lot of the Little League or current Major League stars, like Cody Bellinger and Mike Trout. They honed their skills starting from their Little League teams. So you develop skills like the superstars do. how do you want to close out this sentence? Close out the sentence of this over this writing activity. Anyone wants to volunteer? Okay. Closing sentence wise, this is what I have. You just want to summarize what you have for the first three supporting sentences, usually, or events that you said in the first sentence of the supporting paragraph. And I wrote it as joining clubs and activities will help people forget about difficulties, as you can make friends and develop passion for that activity. So, or you can have if you have 3 reasons, then you can summarize those 3 sentences and put it on the conclusion sentence, the closing sentence. So that's your activity, and then hope you have fun with it.